Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again. Real Kids TV and the House Like Kitchen Sinks. Now, before I get into today's story, if you will, understand that I'm the self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better. Meaning that anytime I bring you a story, it's guaranteed to be 30 minutes or better. So if you're on your way to work, you at work, you don't feel like being there as we so often don't. You're on your way home from work, you need to laugh, you need to cry. Perhaps you're trying to lay down and take a nap, or you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you're listening to or viewing this video. Or you're just in the mood for a good old-fashioned true, keyword being true, penitentiary / life story / life experience. This is the channel for you. If you prefer your 8 to 12 to 15-minute videos, absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But at Real Kids TV, it's 30 minutes or better. So with all that being said, with all that wrapped up into one big old nutshell, there is a message. Now, before I get into this afternoon's story, y'all jump in the comment section. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, man. Let me know what city and state you representing. And, we just going to rock out. So y'all rock with me. I think back to all the criminal activity that I was a part of. Now, for you all that are new to my channel, I was a white-collar criminal. I did my thing outside of white-collar crime as well, but my MO is primarily white-collar crime. You see, I never wanted to hurt anybody. I never wanted to, do anything to the elderly, obviously. So I focused on banks and credit unions and these larger establishments that have unlimited resources, to say the least. Not to try to justify anything, not to try to say that I was better, than anyone else, because breaking the law is breaking the law. But that was just my frame of mind at the time. That was my mindset. Okay, I'm going to take from the rich and, give to the poor. Now, I wasn't literally giving to the poor, but I helped a lot of people out. But again, it was all wrong. However you want to try to slice it and dice it, and it was all wrong. Had a situation where I was dealing with payroll checks. Now, this is one particular element of the white-collar crime, if you will. Certain other things had transpired, but I'll never get on YouTube and talk about these things. They'll go to the grave with me. Respectfully. I was dealing with the counterfeit checks. Counterfeit business checks. No, I wasn't going to banks and stores and places that cash checks and signing my name and cashing checks. No. I'm not going to talk about these things now because I've already served my time for them. I was actually manufacturing payroll checks. I look at your check. It's a large company. Doesn't necessarily even have to be a large company, but it's a credible company. Obviously has money in the bank. I look at the check, and I have the ability to duplicate the check. It may not look exactly like it, but I can make a check that would look very, very similar if it didn't look identical. I look at the handwriting. I'd find somebody that, I would never use my handwriting. I'd find somebody, or I'd use a stamp, and we'd get one of those felt tip pens or whatever, sign it real professional, but make it look like the person who endorsed the original check. I look at the sequence, the check number in the upper right hand corner, and I kept it in proper sequence. It was all good. We'd find individuals that were willing to make some more, was looking to make some money. We had fake IDs. I knew how to do the fake IDs. If I couldn't get a fake ID, we had to connect in which we could get IDs, and I'm not going to put these people on blast, but I could get several IDs per week. Once I get the IDs, we just find an individual that just looks somewhat similar to the person on the ID, and they go into the banks or the stores or whatever and cash these checks. Everything was all good. Everything was proper. You take the super glue, you put it on your thumb. So that way, sometimes, when you cash a check, which I know these days, checks are kind of, you don't really deal with too many checks these days. But nevertheless, when they want you to press down on the check to get your thumbprint, it's distorted by having the super glue on it. Person would go inside. Like I said, it wouldn't even be their real ID. They wear a hat, sometimes glasses, depending on where they were going. And the operation was running very, very smooth. Nobody ever got caught. My sister and I had we were sharing a house. It was a house that we were renting. Huge house. It was like 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Huge house. She had the upstairs. I had the downstairs. I really didn't even have to go upstairs for anything other than there wasn't a kitchen downstairs. But besides the kitchen, I had everything that I needed downstairs. Had a little refrigerator, had a little microwave, had a bathroom downstairs. It was a walkout basement downstairs, so, could go directly to the backyard or to the driveway if I needed to walk up. Like everything was cool. I never really had to go upstairs for much at all. She had a sister. Well, I'm sorry, she had a best friend. My sister had a best friend. And they're still best friends to this day. And they were going through some things financially. When I say her and her boyfriend, aka baby's daddy, T. They had 2 kids at the time. They were moving out of one place and they were waiting to move into the other place. But something had happened in which it was going to be like a month before they could move in. My sister, being who she is, my best friend, man, y'all can come and stay with us. I didn't really care too much. I didn't like the fact that her baby's daddy, T, was there, because I didn't really know him like that. Now, my sister had known him since, they were kids. So she had a better relationship with, obviously with her best friend, but with her best friend's baby's daddy, T, than, a way better relationship than I had with him. I don't really like to let people into my private space, because I had a lot of stuff going on and I was getting some money. I'm coming in with bags almost every day, every other day, going to the mall. I'm coming in with Jordans. I'm coming in with just a whole bunch of BS. But I was younger then. You see what I'm saying? Whole bunch of Polo and Nautica and Tommy. And this is probably 20 years ago. So everything was everything. I'm getting my money. I kept my door locked and I kept that thing on me, man. Absolutely. I kept that thing on me. Kept it close by. If I didn't have it on me, it's somewhere, around me. I don't now, but again, this was 20 years ago. He's seeing me consistently come in with these bags. I'm not really trying to flaunt. I'm not trying to, but I know that he's kind of down on his luck, because T used to be a hustler. T used to get that bread. T was down on his luck, wasn't really leaving the house. I come in, I talk to him from time to time. Finally, he asked me, bro, what are you doing? What is your hustle? I mean, I know a little bit. I know a little bit about what you do, but man, how can I be down, man? I need some of this. I keep seeing you come in with these bags. You fresh to death every day. You fly. You got this jewelry on, man. You got, 3-4 whips outside. Like, what do I got to do? I'm trying to get this money, man. I'm trying to get back on my feet. T was a hell of a hustler. I'm talking about, man, T, he liked to, he sold drugs. That was his thing. But he was on top of the world and he just fell off. And sometimes when you fall off, it's a little difficult. You need a little nudge to get back to, get back on top of things. Pause, double pause, triple pause. First couple times, nah, man, because I didn't really want to bring in outsiders. I already had my operation. Everything was smooth. It's not like we did it every day, all day. It would be one of those things to where we might hit for, I don't know, we might go hit for 15, 20, 30,000. It just depends on, the situation and the checks and the business or whatever. And don't mess with it for a month or two. So it was just a hit and miss type of thing, because you got to understand, when you doing white collar crime, there's a paper trail. So you can't just consistently do this all day, every day, unless you're willing to travel, hit the road. I didn't want to hit the road. I knew that was federal. I was not trying to leave outside of the state, because I knew that would be federal. It may even be federal within the state. So I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to hit that road. I'm getting plenty enough money. The thing about it, when you're doing it, all you're doing is building a case against yourself. You hit a lick 1 or 2 times, you leave it alone, you may be good. And I'm not encouraging anyone to partake in anything criminal whatsoever, man. Whatsoever. People think that white collar crime, it's just white collar, man. Man, they're going to hit you harder on a white collar crime, damn near than a murder. Now maybe the feds won't. Maybe if you done took you done hit the people for 200-300 million, took elderly people they last dime, and where they got thrown out of their home. Yeah, American greed and all that. I watch all of it. They lose their homes or whatever, investing, and people take all, their kindness for their weakness and take all their money or whatever. Yeah, them the type of guys get 9 years, 7 years, 11 years. But nevertheless, that's just what it is. He's seeing all of these things, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm going to give you a shot at the title. All you got to do is just find somebody that wants to get, man, I already got somebody right now that wants this money, man. I show them the IDs that I have. Man, this one right here, this can pass for him right here. All right, man. I'm going to give you 3 of them. Gave him 3 checks. Small amounts. Probably 18, 1900. That's small. But I wanted to see what he was going to do. So, okay, I'm going to give you, let's just say 1800. 1800, man. Whatever you do with it is what you do with it. Just bring me back out of the 1800. Just bring me back 900 off each one. Bring me back 900, which was half, and however you want to split it with that individual, you can split it. He goes. He's using one of my whips. Remember, he's down on his luck. He comes back. 2,700. All 3 of them go through. Boom, boom, boom. 2,700 gives me the bread. Damn, that's beauty. Cause I was already doing my thing over here. He's over here. A couple hours later, somebody bring you, 2,700. Shoot, it's not a bad lick. He ready to hit again. All right, bet. A few days later, maybe the next week or so, we do it again. I give him 3 or 4 more. Make him a little larger this time. 2,800. Comes back. Hey, take half. Bring me back 1,400 per one. The ones that don't go through, if you're not able to push them through, bring it back so that I can see that it didn't go through, and I'm not sitting here questioning if you got me or not. He comes back. All 4 of them go through. Now, when I say go through, meaning that the 4 checks that I gave him, cashes 2,800, 2,800, different locations or whatever. 5,600 he brings me back. Cash is proper every single time. We end up hitting one more time. Now he's all the way on his feet. He can buy whatever he wants to buy to jump back into the game that he wants to, jump back into. That he does best. He's helping his family. They done moved out of the crib. Remember I said they was only going to stay about a month. They done moved out of the crib, out of the, our house into another house that they were waiting on. He got his money up. He's back in the game. He's shining. He's buying, he's trying to get his, he used to drive a Jaguar. He's trying to get his car back, his car game back up. He's doing his thing. Not sure exactly what happened, but he comes to me one day and he's like, hey, bro, I got somebody, man. I got somebody. And I need to hit this lick for real. In my mind, I'm thinking, bro, I done just watched you make. Because I know, see, you're not fair like me. The average individual's not fair like me. If you getting these individuals to go in here and cash these checks for 2,800, you bringing me back 14. That's leaving you off 14. You probably ain't breaking them off nothing but $100 or $200, if that, and keeping the rest. So I know you didn't came up. But it's not for me to question. It's not for me to question your hustle or what you do with your money. Comes back to me and says, hey, bro, I need you, man. I need you. I got somebody right now. I just need a few of them things. Give me about 4 of them things, 3 or 4 of them things or whatever, like we did last time. And let me use the truck. Mind you, I got like 4 cars. Got nice Johns. You know what I mean? Nice cars. This particular one, man, he used the truck. It was a Chevy Blazer. 3rd row seat. I got three 12s in the back. JL Audios. Dual voice cord. I'm boom. Boom. I'm coming through banging. I be standing in the kitchen. Palms itching. While my niggas twist by the cord chicken. Hoping that the federales don't raid. Cause all a nigga want to do is get paid. Yes, that's SIBO for you all that don't, not familiar. West Coast, man. come through bumping. JL Audios, that's the only type of speaker that I even roll with. I let him get the Blazer. Again, he's gained my trust. He's already done this, several times, and he used my truck. Everything, it was all good every single time. It was never an issue whatsoever. Bro, I'll be back in a couple hours, man. I tell him, man, don't even sweat it, man. Take your time. Be careful. Take your time. Get him about 4 of them things or whatever. This time we pushing the envelope a little bit. Gonna make them about 3,300. See, you're always gonna be greedy, man. In the major scheme of things, the major realm of things, it's not a lot of money when it comes to business checks. But, you still want to keep it at a smaller amount when you're dealing with these sort of individuals that are going into banks cashing these checks. I can't send you in there with a $30,000 check. It's too many red flags. It's too many, signatures and people that's going to have to look at it. But a little $2,500, $3,000 check or whatever, that'll go through with no problem. I'm waiting. I never will forget this particular day. We was coming back to the house. We was barbecuing that day, as we typically did. I ain't had no job. It was my hustle. I had so much bread, man, and I was making money off of that, and then I was going to the casino, and then I ain't had no job. We was barbecuing, friends was coming over. We playing the, matter of fact, this was longer than 20 years ago, because let me tell you why. For y'all that don't, for y'all that do recall, we was playing Dreamcast back then. Yeah, so this was longer than 20 years ago. If you're not familiar with Dreamcast, that's a video, console game or whatever. And the Dreamcast ain't been out. Man, it's been years. But nevertheless, it's a cool environment. All laid back. Drinking. People smoking. I don't smoke. They smoking. Just listening to music. Just having a good time. We all got money, my whole little clique. About 4 or 5 of us. We all got bread. We breaded. A couple hours go past. Really not thinking much about it because it's just a couple hours, 3 hours goes past. 4 hours goes past. Damn. Now, mind you, when T came and got the truck, it was about, 1:30 in the afternoon. Still not thinking much about it, even though it's been 4 hours. Okay. I understand sometimes, people make pit stops, you get money and you go do this, you go do that, and I get it. 7, 8 o'clock at night comes, I still ain't heard nothing from T. I'm calling, no answer. I wonder what's going on. 10, 11 o'clock comes, still no answer. Had he got busted? Did he go to jail, in the midst of, because let me explain something to you. To you all, rather. If you go into the bank to cash a check, right, and I'm sitting in the car and I'm waiting on you, that's aiding and abetting. I might as well be in the bank cashing a check along with you. So if you end up getting caught in the bank and they know that I'm outside and I'm with you and I'm a part of it, guess what? They're going to arrest me as well. Looking on the jail website, I'm calling the jail. Wasn't no jail website. At that time, I'm calling the jail. Hadn't been booked in or anything. What the heck is going on? It's not even like him. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Still no T. Looking out the window, you see lights. Cars slowing down. There go T, there go T. Nah, that ain't T. Every time you see a car, there go T, nah, it ain't T. Wasn't funny at the time, though. Morning time comes. Again, I'm blowing his phone up. I don't hear nothing. No response, no nothing. Called the jail 1,000 times. He's not there. What is going on? After 24 hours, I called the police. But I don't call the police on a guy named T took my car, called the police to get the, if you can call the police in Kentucky anyway, in Fayette County, if you want to know, and I'm sure it's like this everywhere, if you want to know, like if your car's been impounded or something like that, your car, your vehicle, you can call the police, give them your name, registration or whatever, plate numbers, and they'll tell you, yeah, it's at such and such towing. It's, So that's why I call the police. No, it's not at any tow yards. Damn, bro, just gonna keep my shit like that, man? Now I'm starting to feel some type of way. The day progresses on. Now it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening. Still no tea. Still don't hear nothing. Call the police again. I'm checking on my vehicle every few hours. Because if it's been towed to the tow yard, then I'm already have to pay X amount of dollars to get it out. And then for however long it's there, they're going to try to tax you for each day that it's there. So I'm calling. Another night goes past. I'm heated. I'm livid, man. And I got some real hitters around me, man. Now, when I say hitters, I'm not saying that they were, they were some solid dudes around me, man. I'm a solid dude. Sitting there, it's probably about 5 o'clock in the evening. My sister's boyfriend was there. And he's like, there go your truck, man, right there. I look outside. The truck is just sitting there. It's parked right across the street. Not parked in the driveway or anything, just parked across the street. I go outside. As I'm walking outside, I'm getting my shoes and stuff on. I grab my action, man. I grab my action because I see that T is outside and he's with a dude. Now, T is about slightly darker than me. At the time, he was in his 20s. Hell, we all were. Wore a beard. T probably was, he was kind of, wasn't no skinny dude, but he wasn't real buff. T was probably weighing in at a good 215. Smiled all the time, man. Kept a smile on his face. Had a short haircut. Hairline was receding at an early age, so he wore a little fade. But it's, you know how LeBron shit was before he wore like a little fade, but his hairline was starting to recede. Much to your surprise, T was about 5'11". Y'all rock with me. But the individual that T was with had just gotten out of prison maybe 6-7 months ago, and that was T's dog. That was his partner, man. And this dude was a gorilla, man. This dude was about 6'4". He had to have been about 220, lean, about the same complexion as T, cut up, long arms, and he was known for handling business. Like, I knew of him. I didn't know him personally, but I knew of him. So that's why I said I grabbed that thing. If it had just been T out there, man, I wouldn't even have grabbed it. But pause, infinite pause. I wouldn't even have put my tool in my belt. Batman used to say back in the day, if I could just reach my utility belt. This dude, man, I knew that he was a gorilla, man. So I had to move very, very cautiously. But I'm so upset at the time. I don't care if he's a gorilla. I don't care, man. Been gone my truck for over 2 days. No phone call, no nothing. I come outside. I walk across the street or whatever. Like I said, my sister's boyfriend, he was there. He was like, man, I'm right here, bro. They try anything, I'm right here. I said, nah, don't even trip, man. I got this. I have a thing about putting people in my business. I don't want to put people in. And if I have an issue, if I have a personal problem with you, I don't want to bring you into the situation, you know? Because I never know where it's going to end. I never know where it's going to end up. And here it is. You didn't even have anything to do with this whatsoever. So you find yourself in penitentiary or jail, fighting charges or, hurt or whatever, So, nah, I got this, man. He didn't go nowhere. He stayed right there and he was ready. I walk across the street. I'm walking across the street. T's like, bruh, I know you mad at me. That's what bruh, I know you mad at me, bruh. And he had his arms out like this. Bruh, I know you mad at me, man. But let me tell you what happened. BAM! Clocked him. With no talking. And I'm not even a violent person. That's the thing about me. Like, violence is the thing that if it's brought to me, then I have to defend myself. I have to protect myself. But to put my hands on somebody first, that's not my thought. It's not my train of thought. I'll leave you alone. I will leave you alone before putting my hands on you or you putting your hands on me. We can just, you know what? Let's just, you do you, I do me or whatever. But I was just so mad. Clocked him. Bow! I hit him. He stumbles backwards. He, I don't knock him out of them. I'm a lot lighter then. I hit him now and he go to sleep. I hit him, he stumbles backwards or whatever. Damn, bro. Hold on, bro. Let me explain. Now, he got his gorilla with him, as I mentioned. I'm thinking at any time, so I'm watching him. But he ain't really, you know what I mean? He ain't really tripping. He's like, hold on, man. Hold on. Y'all chill out, man. Y'all too cool for this. Like, he was really trying to calm things down, much to my surprise. Because I just knew that this dude, he was going to have something to say. Nah, bro. I'm like, nigga, you had my shit for 2 days? You ain't even call. You ain't even, nah, man, it wasn't even like it. Okay, well, I gave you 4 of them things, man. Where the bread at then? You should have plenty of money, right? Nah, man, nah. The money, it didn't even go through, man. And then I was just running around trying to find people, and I was trying to, stuff that just didn't even make sense. So if it didn't go through, where they at? He couldn't produce the 4 checks that I had given him. Apparently, they had already made arrangements to get a ride or whatever because somebody had pulled up to pick them up. I get into the truck, take it over to the, pull it, across the street to the driveway. It's trashed. It's trash all in the truck. Food to where, they went and ate or whatever and didn't even have the decency to clean my shit out. He done left $20 on the seat, man, with a note. Sorry, bro. Love you. His whole goal was to drop the truck off without me seeing and be gone. It just so happened to where my sister's boyfriend was like, hold on, man, there they are right there. $20, man. I said, see, I'm going to charge that to the game. That's my fault for even dealing with him because I knew. Why bring in anybody else? I already got something going on that we ain't never been busted. We ain't never had no problems. We ain't never. But me being nice, mixed with some greed, I'm going to take accountability because I didn't have to do that. Me being nice, trying to see him come up and get on his feet. But at the same time, I knew that I was going to benefit from it just as well. So I got to call a spade a spade. I chill out for a minute because I'm like, this dude is reckless. I don't know if he didn't, have my truck at a bank and they done got my tags. So I chilled out for, a little bit. I get a call one day. It's T, bro. I know you mad at me, man. Nah, I ain't mad at you, bro. Check this out, man. Last time I was tripping, man. I don't even remember what he said he was doing. I was tripping, so I didn't know he was getting high at this. He was getting high, but I didn't know. I didn't even have an inclination. I didn't have a clue that T was getting high, man. After all, he had always brought the money back every single time, so how would I know? How could I have possibly known? I couldn't have known, right? I got a lick, bro. I'm telling you, man, I got a lick. I got somebody right now. I got somebody right now that's willing, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go get this money. And man, I'm telling you, bro, I know you're not really, rocking with me right now or whatever, but I got a lick for us. I promise you, I got a lick. Me, instead of just leaving him alone, I decided to fool with him again, man. Stupid is as stupid does. It was very, very stupid of me to do so. I rock with him again. All right, man. Well, check this out, man. Check this out. I'm going to just give you a couple of them. And you're not taking my shit. My man's like, my partner. I'll give you about 3 of them, actually. My man's is he going to, ride with y'all. Ain't no you coming to get my shit no more. It's a wrap, man. That's cool, bro. I just need a ride. That's all I need. I get my partner, you know what I'm saying, the 3 checks or whatever. Probably $3,000, $2,800, something. I don't remember exactly, but let's just say right around, I don't know, 3,000. You know the drill. Bring me back half. Y'all keep half. Partner goes, I don't hear nothing from my partner. What is going on? Now, my partner keep one of them things on him too. He's not a felon though at the time. He keep one of them things on him. I don't hear anything. Calling, no answer. Okay, well, they handling their business. They cool. I get a call. And it's just weird because it's my partner, and every time I would try to say something, he would cut me off. Man, did y'all get the money? Man, what's going on? Red light, green light. Bro, I'm talking red light, green light. Like, these are the type of things that he was saying to me on the phone, just cutting me off, and I couldn't say anything. Somebody come and meet you, man. Man, did y'all do? Literally, this is what he would do. Like, he would cut me off to where I couldn't say anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm not even anticipating. Partner calls me back probably 45 minutes later. He's like, hey, bro, there's a problem. I'm like, what's going on, man? He said, man, every time I kept cutting you off, I was at the police station, man. It was a setup. The whole thing was a setup. It was a setup. When I went and met T, and we had he had the person that was supposed to go in and cash the checks or whatever. It was a setup, man. Detectives jumped out of everywhere, man. Had their guns pointed at me, man. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get away, but I couldn't because they was surrounding the car. I'm like, a setup over some checks? This is when I really realized, like, damn, it's that deep. You know, I'm thinking drugs, large quantities of drugs, guns, you know, obviously violence, but some checks. Y'all rock with me, man. White collar crime, man, it's not as they're not as easy on that as one would think. Because see, now you playing with their money. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, well, bro, why would you call me from the police station? But they told me, man, that they already had you. Regardless, they was coming to get you. Ho. Coming to get me? What do you mean coming to get me? I ain't got caught with no checks. I ain't around nobody cashing no checks. Well, I'm just telling you what they were saying. So they was just saying if I called you up, they would let me go. You know what I'm saying? So every time you try to say something, that's why I cut you. So I'm like, bro, you called me from the fucking police station? Cooperating with them? No, bro, you didn't even say that. I ain't tell them nothing. I didn't tell them nothing. I just told them that I knew you and that I'm sick. What was so ironic about this situation is that I had my stepson with me that day. And we were at the mall. We had just pulled up to the mall. And I was taking him to go buy him some shoes. Man. And I was so, just my mind was just all over the place. And my little cousin calls me from the house. Remember I said we got a big house that we were renting. My little cousin's there. He's like, hey, cuz, Detective White. There's a Detective White that's here. And that's really his real name. Detective White is here, and he wants to talk to you. Detective White? The fuck is Detective White? Put him on the phone. Talk to him. Yeah. What's up, man? I need to talk to you, Mr. Kins. I mean, I'm on the phone with you now. Let's talk. What's happening? No, I need you to come here and talk. What's this about? Who are you? What? Yeah, I'm in financial crimes, detective, lead detective, head detective, whatever, and I'm knowing what it's about. He's not telling me too much. I done put two and two together. My partner set up. He didn't work with the people, thinking that he wasn't working with the people. They done brought my name up, so now y'all want me because you know that this is my MO. Y'all rock with me. I don't want to go back to the house because its detective is there, but I'm not really one of those go on a run type dudes, man. I stop at my bank, get some cash or whatever. I'm knowing they probably gonna take me to jail, but I got this cash, and it's like, all right. Now, when I say I didn't have a job, it wasn't that I didn't make legal income. I had 3 ice cream trucks that I bought. Well, I bought 3 vans, flipped, tricked them out or whatever, made them ice cream trucks. So I was making legal money. I could justify having thousands of dollars in the bank. And when I say thousands, don't get it misconstrued. I ain't having no 50, 60,000 in the bank, and that ain't no money, but it's more than the average person has. But I had some money in the bank. I had some thousands. I stop and grab about 5 G's out of the bank. I'm knowing they probably gonna send me to jail. I'm not saying nothing. The detective tells me get into the car. To this day, I wish I hadn't done that, but I got into a detective's car. So I'm gonna always keep it real. Never said anything. Who am I gonna say something? I'm the top of the motherfucking mountain. Who am I gonna say something against? I wouldn't cooperate. I wouldn't cooperate with him. Step out of the car, put your hands behind your back. They take me to jail. They try to take my little money or whatever that I had, but I got bank receipts and everything, so they had to give me that back. Send me to jail, man. I go to jail based upon what this dude T says. No proof. I'm in the Commonwealth state. No proof. No nothing. You ain't find nothing on me. No nothing. They bring my little sister down to the jail. They need her to come down 2-3 days later. They never want to interview you where you at. They want to get you, in an interrogation room. My little sister at the time is like, she's pregnant. She pregnant, like really pregnant. 8 months. T done implicated my little sister. See, there was a sting that we had to where I told her, I said, listen, man, we can all come up on some money. Report your ID stolen. Report your purse stolen. You had your ID, you had your money, credit cards, whatever you got, everything. Go to the police department and report this shit stolen. She did that. Waited about a day later. Went to her credit union. Cashed maybe 2 checks totaling $23,000. Right through the drive-through. Dude drove up through the drive-through, dark ass tinted windows. Roll the windows down, put the ID in the thing. See, what you do is you go. Again, I'm not telling anybody to do this. I'm just saying this is what happened to us, and I've already done time for this. Lobby closes at 4:30. Drive-through don't close till 6. So you wait until after the lobby closes. Sir, we need you to come inside. No, there's no coming inside. The lobby's closed. Credit unions are much more customer friendly opposed to banks. Banks want to verify and put your check on hold for 2 days and 3 days. Credit unions now, especially if you've been with them for a while. It don't matter if you got $5 in the account. Are you a member? Yeah, we'll cash it. Come on. Yeah, we'll cash it. 35,000, we'll cash it. It for 20, 21, 22,000. Just like that. Just like that. T was aware of some of these things. He didn't know every intricate detail, but he was aware that my cousin had, that my sister rather had gotten down. They got her in the interrogation room trying to scare her. I done already told her. Same way, but I had already told T just as well. You a street dude. I shouldn't have to tell you nothing, but I'm going to lace you. I'm going to tell you anyway. Look, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Give me a lawyer. She's sitting there. She's listening. Your baby's going to be born in prison. Who are you trying to save? Kiers doesn't care anything about you. Who are you trying to save? We don't want you. We want Kens. Give us Kens. Man, I don't know what y'all talking about, man. I don't know nothing. Only thing I know is my purse was stolen. I was on the bus. Really wasn't stolen. I was on the bus. I left off the bus and forgot my purse. I immediately went downtown and filed a police report. And that's all that I know. If I'm not arrested, either I'm getting ready to leave because I'm not arrested, or if I am arrested, take me to jail. I need a lawyer. Ain't never been in trouble a day in her life, man. Not one day in her life. She more gangster than a lot of these other dudes that's supposed to be street dudes and gangster. Okay, we gonna let you go, but we keeping an eye on you. We're watching you. We know you're protecting your brother. She walked out of that interrogation room and never heard of nothing ever again. In the meanwhile, we all got indicted on organized crime, criminal syndicate, 5 or more people operating an illegal criminal enterprise on a continuous basis. The RICO Act, but it's just the state instead of the feds. Feds didn't pick the case up. They tried to send it to the feds, but the case was so, it was sloppy. The feds ain't gonna pick up no case like that. It was sloppy. I ended up getting some time out of that case. But my sister never faced any time. And this dude T set the whole shit up, man. And what made me think about this story is that about a week ago, I was at Thornton's gas station. Went inside. I always go to Thornton's gas station. I love ice. Their ice that they sell. Like literally ice cubes. You know. Went in there to get some gas, got me some ice, came outside, and who do I see outside begging everybody for $2, $3? It's T. T getting higher than a motherfucker now, man. Out of his mind. Probably ain't got no place to go. He lost his whole family. Baby's mama, she's a beautiful person. She done went to school, got a degree. They got 3, 4 kids together, but she's not even fooling with him whatsoever. And he's outside. How the mighty have fallen, because at one point, he was up here, and then he failed, and he got at me, then he went back up. Once I showed him the game, then he failed, then he failed, then he failed, and he continued to fail. To fall, rather. And now the streets is just, it's sad. I feel sorry for him. What's up, bro? What's up? Now, you the same dude that done ratted on me, man. He's in the store. They talking crazy to him. We done told you. We gonna call the police. Get out of the store. He's in the store stealing chips and stealing shit because he don't got nothing to eat. They had already just gotten, picked him up for shoplifting or reported him for shoplifting a few days prior. What's up, bro, man? What's up, man? It's 20-some years ago, man. I gave him, I don't know, $10 and just kept it moving, man. Didn't have to, obviously. Gave him about $10 and just kept it moving, man. Never know where life is going to take you. I would just say, be kind to people. Don't take advantage of people. Don't commit crimes. I guess that's the overall message. Don't commit crimes. When people tell you all you got to do is this, it's gonna be easy. It's no. Nothing is. Money don't fall out of the sky. Even people that got money, you know how, unless they were born with a silver spoon. The people, I'm gonna tell you something. Tell you all something rather. People that have money are the most stingiest people, man. I done been in deliveries the last 5 years or so, and the people with the big ass houses in Kentucky, if you live in a $500,000 house, that's a big ass house. 650, 750. People that have the biggest houses, Range Rovers and shit sitting out in the front, and they tip you the least, man. You know why? Because people that got money typically are selfish, man. I guess there's a couple reasons why they may be. Maybe they look down upon, on people. Maybe people got it from the mud and it's just like nobody give me nothing, so I ain't giving nobody else nothing. Y'all help you, but I'm not gonna just hand out money because it was too hard to get. I don't know what the scenario situation is, within their mind. I just know that people are not just handing out money. It's just not happening, man. Money's hard to come by. You got to grind, man. You got to get it. You got to save. You got to invest. You got to save. You got to invest. You got to cut out all the stupid stuff that you don't need. Dumbass car payments. Buying this expensive ass furniture. When you get your taxes, you going to buy Louis and Gucci. All that dumb shit, man. It's dumb shit. And then people use the excuse of, well, I didn't know. You didn't know because you didn't want to know. Because people will explain these things. Yeah, you may not have known initially, understandably. But people will explain these things to you. Work on your credit, man. You don't even want to use credit except for when you need to use credit. Buy you a home. Outside of that, man, fuck credit, man. I'm Team Dave Ramsey, man. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? Your monk. I got tongue tied. We gonna rewind. You're amongst the first to receive. As far as T, still see him out there on the, every once in a while I run into him. I see him, man. He's just out there, man. So until T decides that he wants to get his life together, that's where he's gonna be. Real Kens TV, man.